Hello everyone, today we are going to talk about hint in PySpark. The hint function in PySpark allows you to provide optimization hints to the Spark SQL query planner. These hints can influence how Spark executes the query, potentially improve performance. Common hints include broadcast, merge and shuffle. So let me concentrate on this part, potentially improving performance. So if you are smart or you have done enough study and you have taken a look on the execution plan, and then you felt like the optimizer is not choosing the right plan for your query execution, at that time you might want to introduce these hints. Otherwise the planner or the optimizer is smart enough to choose the best plan itself. So I have been a SQL developer for a long time. SQL Server has also the hints available for us. Also the Spark has the hints available for us, but mostly I don't really go in that route. Still there could be very few situations where queries running for a long time, and I start digging into it, take a look on the plan and say like, oh okay, this could be the good candidate for the hint. So you have to have a good study about your data, how much data each data frame has, it what is the percentage or ratio between those ones, what are the join types and all things you are using. So study your plan, the execution plan. You will use we will see right here. I will show you how you will take a look on the plan as well. So first once you take a look on the plan and then see if it is really needed to use the hint, because if the queries are running fine, you don't need to go and start putting the hints and make them worse. So here in this scenario we have this sample data for our employee, and we are going to create the employee data frame from there. So here we have IDs, name, and then we have department right here, and then we are using this sample data with these column list and creating this data frame called the employees DF data frame. And here is our sample data and column used to create this data frame. Now in this second sample we have this data underscore departments array here, and we are creating some records here, and then this sample data will be used to create our department underscore df data frame. And here I'm using this sample data, and these are the column that I will be using. So department underscore name, and then that's the location or the columns. So we are using right here to create that. Once these two data frames are created, if you notice that there is one thing common here, is called the department. Even this data frame has the column name department, and you can see the value sales, marketing, engineering and all that, and the department also has a department underscore name column. So we can join on these two columns when we needed to. So here we already know that hints are important. It can help you in the performance. So let's take a look on the broadcast hint. In this example we are going to join the data from the employee and department data frames. The department data frame is a small. Broadcasting it to all the executor nodes can be more efficient than shuffling a join. So if let's say you take a look, you already use this join here, and then you see that, oh okay, I'm seeing shuffle join instead of broadcast. In that case it is advisable, because you know that the joining the large fact table maybe with a small dimension table, and for dimension is small enough so you can broadcast that table. In those kind of scenarios you will be using the broadcast. So if you see like the execution plan for this query, it is already used in broadcast, you don't need to do that. But if in case is using shuffle join or some maybe merge join, and you will say like, oh okay, maybe with the broadcast hint by putting on the department or that dimension table, that will help me. So you can test it out, and if it works great, then you can implement that. So here is the code that you will use to implement. So here we are creating a new data frame called join df broadcast equal to employee df, then joining with our department df department data frame. Then here you will say hint, and then you will say broadcast. So you will provide the hint right next to the data frame for which you would like to broadcast. Here we are broadcasting department underscore df. That's our small data set data frame. And here then you will provide the list of the columns on which you are joining. So we are joining on employee, department equal to department from the department data frame and department name. So that's the column we are joining. And here what we said, this will be join, then we can see that record by saying join df underscore broadcast dot show, or if we want to see the execution plan, we can take a look as well if broadcast is applied, so we can take a look from there. So let's go ahead and execute this. So let me execute actually entire, and then we'll see from there. So here is that's the initial plan. You can see broadcast right here, and you can see build right. So that tells us we are using the broadcast hash join here, and that's the output of our joined data frame that we created by joining two data frame, employee and the department, and we use the broadcast hash broadcast hint in that. So you can see right there, so there are multiple places you can tell like this is using a broadcast hint. So if it works better, like you run some query, maybe by default it's taken 3 minutes, and now with the broadcast you run it take 1 minute, so that's good way to take a look. It's implemented and it is taken less time. Now we will go with the second hint. So here is the merge hint for the sort merge join. So when joining the large data frame, Spark might choose the sort merge join anyways. The merge hint explicitly suggests a sort merge join. So note, if Spark often choose this automatically when it is appropriate, so you don't have to always go, and if there are large data sets, data frames they are joining, it's going to use it automatically anyways. But in case it does not, and it is doing the broadcast, in that case you will say no, you need to use the merge. But do study about your data frame size, if they are both are large data frames, and that's where you will use this merger hint. So scenarios, joining two larger data frames that are already sorted or can be efficiently sorted quickly. So in those cases you will implement this to improve the performance. But as I said, that if it is already done, you don't have to do it. Just take a look on the execution plan by using dot plan function, and then see what exactly it is using. If it is already using merge, you don't need to use merge or all other hints as well. So we can go ahead and execute this one. It actually executed as a part of the entire notebook. So let's take a look. I will show you how exactly it will look. So see right there, so you see sort merge join, and then that's where it is used. We can see that it is used in once we apply the merge hint, it is using that right here, you can tell from there. And this is the output of that join query that we have given. Now if we are using a shuffle, so you can take a look from there as well. And this is where you will go ahead and say right here. So now if you will be join, let me talk about a little bit about the shuffle hint. So force a shuffle join, this is less commonly used, as Spark optimizer often make good decision about when to shuffle. You might use it if you suspect Spark is incorrectly choosing a broadcast join for a larger data frame, leading to a memory issue. So if this is the situation you are facing, then yes, you will say like, oh okay, instead of it should use the shuffle, it is using the broadcast, and that's not the right thing. So let me try shuffle and see how it works. Potentially when you want to avoid broadcasting a data frame, that Spark might incorrectly assume it is a small data frame. So it will, in cases where the Spark will say like, oh it is a small data frame, but it is a large data frame, in that case it will broadcast, but then you will see like broadcast is not working great. You need to use a shuffle, and that's where shuffle hint will come in. And the same way you will put right here, you will say new data frame, and then first data frame join with the other data frame, second our department, and hint shuffle, then joining conditions for those columns. And then you will say, if you want to see if that shuffle execution plan is using the shuffle, then you will say data frame dot explain, that will give you the execution plan. You can take a look on that one, and you can use join df underscore shuffle dot show to see the records in that data frame. So just want to put this last important point and want to tell you, do not start using these hints right away. You might never need it, but if you study your data, you see that the performance is terrible, that the joins are taking a long time to run, and you figure out like, okay, now I know my data, I know my data frames are there, one is very small, one is very large in the effect and dimension table. Okay, broadcast will be the good choice. Then you see like, oh, these are large size data frames, but it is using the broadcast, that's wrong, so I should be using the merge in that case. Okay, so that you got the point. Study a little bit more about your data, understand the scenarios, understand the execution plan, and depending upon the outcome, test it out and then use it. I thank you very much for watching this video. Please subscribe my channel. I will put this link in the description so you can play with this code, and I will see you guys in next video.